guys, it's the Captain here at NAMM 2017 with my dear friend Martin Kidd, Chief Designer of the amazing V30 amps. And there's Danish Pete. And the dude you're going to hear playing on the guitar is called Phil Dyer, amazing guitar player too. So, Martin,
yes,
tell us what is new from V30 for the NAMM show.
Well, we got 3 pedals, which are all valve.
Right.
They're a small signal pentode we're using, but I shall say no more.
Okay.
At the moment. We've got a Mark II version of the V30 with a crunch channel, well, full crunch feature.
Nice.
And a voicing switch on the back, so that you can switch between a normal V30 sound and a modded, tightened up.
I know, yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute as well.
And we've got the Super Kraken, 100 watt Super Kraken.
The worst kept secret in the V30 amp range.
Worst kept secret, yes.
The pedals, I've not seen these before, they look amazing. So, if we pan slightly left, I get the general gist of this is that you've got obviously within the V30 range the Countess amp, which some people might know as the V30.
Yes.
The Kraken, which everybody knows, and the Sheriff. Yeah. And so these are like mega pedals, aren't they? I mean, what's the deal?
They're the preamp. They are a preamp that emulates the sound and to some extent the circuitry of their parent amplifier, as it were. So as we're using a different valve, it's not the same circuitry because they have different gain structures, different behaviours. But they're new old stock Mullard valves, I will say that.
Nice. And
we've got a very good supply of them. And what we're rather doing is a soft launch here, so that just to gauge people's interest, but also we would say you can plug them into the front of your amp, but they're better used as a preamp.
I noticed that on the way you've plugged these in. So just run through. So the idea is that you sort of using almost like the 4 cable method.
Yes,
so you've
indeed,
got,
yes.
So you can switch on the pedal to either hear the preamp of your amp.
Absolutely.
Or to hear the pedal going straight into the effects return.
That's right, yes.
And that's the same on all 3 of the pedals, right?
Yes, indeed, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
So when Phil was playing there, we were hearing the Kraken into the effects return of the
V30 Mark II, yeah.
Sounded great. So does each pedal have 2 channels as well as an on-off switch?
Yes.
And is that designed to be the 2 channels that are on the actual amps?
Yes, the V30 or the Countess pedal, the clean sound is a bit more pushed than on the amp.
Right.
Just to make it
a bit more crunchy or a
bit more usable. It's a good fat blues tone that you can get. I thought it was worth doing rather than just having a clean sound.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will have perhaps a clean amplifier and want to expand their tonal palette, or however you might like to put it. So I thought it might be better just to have more than just clean.
So I guess it would be fair to say that if you don't have a V30 amp at the moment and perhaps you can't afford one of the lunchbox heads, this is a slightly more affordable way of getting a tone.
Yes,
and if you do have a V30 amp, it's an affordable way of getting like 2 V30 amps.
It is,
I guess.
yes, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, cool, man. We might have a little bit more of a listen of maybe the Sheriff as well in a second. I'll get Pete Honore to probably play that.
Okay, yeah, good.
This is the V30 Mark II. The V30, I think, was the best-selling amp that V30 ever had. So what was the thinking behind doing a Mark II version of it?
I tend to focus on people's emails. So a lot of people were saying, well, probably not a lot, probably half a dozen.
Right.
People were saying that the overdrive sound was a bit dark and they needed a tighter sound, and they couldn't get it without perhaps using a tube scream or something like that. So I just took it on board to have a tighter sound available, and also people like to be able to make a clean sound crunch.
Yeah.
So we just added that facility as well, and that's foot switchable, but you can pull the clean channel gain knob out.
So as well as being foot switchable, the idea is now that the clean knob just pops out to give you that. So it's kind of almost like a 3-channel vibe, isn't it now? Clean, crunch and lead.
It is, yes. And then the overdrive sounds, both crunch and lead, you can get a slightly tighter, more focused voicing on those too.
What's the no mod button then? I've seen
that sends it back to sounding like an original V30
Okay.
almost. So that's it. So unmodified.
Right.
We had various names, but we like no mod.
Oh, so if you're a fan of the original one,
Yeah.
I get it. You just press the no
Yeah.
mod button in and you get that sound.
Yeah.
And then the last product that we talked about again is the Super Kraken.
Yes.
Which we can go and see over here. Okay, so we're plugged into the Super Kraken now. Phil's going to give us a quick demo, but can you give like the quick sort of 2-minute rundown as to why this is different to the regular VX Kraken?
Yeah, it has on the Gain 1, that's just a crunch channel on the original Kraken. On this amp, you can switch, so it has a clean sound with that switch up. And then switch down is the normal Gain 1, sorry, and then Gain 2 is there. So it's got 3 sounds,
Yep.
the same independently switchable masters. But there's also on the back what we'll call a preamp bass focus or a preamp focus. It's foot switchable,
Oh wow.
and but I can't find the cables. And that then gives you another 3 sounds on top of the 3, so 6 sounds at 2 different levels.
Cool.
And but what we are going to add, this doesn't have it. We're going to add MIDI switching
That
available.
makes sense, doesn't it?
So it won't be available just yet because.
So is the idea that, let me grab this down. So this is kind of like the prototype sort of analog way of switching it.
Yes,
So
that
you'd
will
have.
be available for those that.
Oh, okay, so you'd have 3 stereo TRS jacks connected.
Yes, absolutely.
But as there's so much to switch on here, it does make sense to be able to do that via MIDI. So
Yeah, it does.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So let's have a little listen then of Phil playing channel 1. Thank you so much, Phil. Well, look, cheers, Martin. It's not the best environment to be doing loud amp demos here, is it? But would you come down to Andertons soon and take us
Yes.
through them properly in a proper video?
Indeed, yeah, I'd love to do that.
All right, man. Well, look, I'm going to get Pete and Ore to play a little through the Sheriff pedal as well,
Okay.
and then I think we're over and out at Victory 2018.
Very good,
All right, man. Take it easy. See you guys on the next video. Bye. This, I think, is going to be a popular combination. So we got the V40 here, but we're using the Sheriff in such a way that basically you can bypass the preamp of the V40 and just hear the Sheriff. But the cool thing I like on this, because the V40 has reverb in it, it's like a really cool way of getting a Sheriff with built-in reverb, if that makes sense. Pete's going to play. Take it away, Mr. Pete. when I press the bypass button, it now just goes back to just being the V40 with no pedal.
Wow, that's clever.
So it's cool, you know. And then as soon as I kick this in, it bypasses the V40 preamp and gives you the Sheriff preamp.
So you can roll up the volume. Roll it off. Yeah, man.
Cool. Cheers, Martin. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.